This is one of the most limited and difficult to get releases of 2025. Pairs are reselling for thousands, getting stolen off of trains, and this shoe hasn't even dropped yet. This is the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 Brick by Brick. So inside this box, we've got one of the most hotly anticipated pairs of sneakers of 2025. A pair of shoes that I was honestly kind of lukewarm on until I actually got them in hand, and I was like, wow, these are actually pretty clean in person. So I've already unboxed these. Check out my full unboxing video, which I dropped a couple days ago. I'll link it right up there at the top of the screen, but I still want to give you guys the full unboxing video, so I repackaged them up, made them look all nice and pretty, and I want to show you guys what you get when you actually purchase this pair of shoes. So here's the box. It looks like a brick, as you would expect. What's really cool about this box, besides the fact that it looks like a brick, is that it also kind of feels like a brick. They've actually textured each side of the box. Now obviously this texture only goes just to the edge. It doesn't go all the way over the edge, so you've got these sort of smooth edges on every side of the box. That being said, it does kind of feel rough like a brick. Now obviously not as rough as a brick, but you know, kind of like a super high grit sandpaper or something like that. Maybe I could try wet sanding with this. I don't know. We'll find out. Actually, we won't. So the box comes in this reddish brown red brick color. You've got the Bike Air branding on the top of the box. It's actually, I think, debossed into the box, which is pretty cool. You've also got the Jumpman logo on either side of the lid right there. And then on the sides of the box, it's just more brick. And what's cool is that they've actually added in some like white parts on the brick to make it feel, you know, just more true to an actual brick. I'm sure they actually took a picture of a brick and just printed it on the side of the box, which I think is a really nice way to go about it. And then on one side, we've got the size tag. Unfortunately, I was only able to grab a size 8.5. I actually grabbed this pair from Bird Kick, so I've been buying kicks from a lot recently. And he only had a size 8.5, so I had to grab a size 8.5, spent some money on it, but the good news is I'm gonna be able to give you guys an early review and possibly rock them depending on how they feel on foot. So we will try them on later on in the video. Size 8.5, the official colorway of this shoe is Firewood Orange Sail Cinnabar. And the name of the shoe itself is Air Jordan 4 Retro OG SP. So without further ado, let's open up the box and see what we've got. So on the top of the box, just orange, you've actually got this really nice plastic and blue wrap packaging. So the reason for this, according to Nigel Sylvester, is that it's supposed to look like how bricks come when they're packaged. You've also got an extra set of laces in this cardboard box. It looks like it's a white or a ever so slightly sail colored set of laces right there. Now I think this blue is Velcro. There we go. Let's pop it open like that. And then inside you've got a baggie, and then inside that baggie you've got some paper, and then you've got the shoes. So let's pull them out. Look at these. These are crazy. Oh, and then also inside the box, I didn't notice this till just now, but you've got Go printed in this sort of glossy print right there. Now, I mentioned earlier that when I first saw them in person, I did change my mind about them. I always thought that I was going to grab them, mainly for a video, but also for a personal, especially if I can get one for a good price. It's actually a size 9. But this shoe is odd because the color of this shoe looks so different in different lights and in different pictures online. I didn't know exactly what it was going to look like, but now that I have it, it's definitely, I mean, it's obviously a brick color, but it's definitely sort of a burnt orange. And actually comparing it to the top of the box, it's definitely a different color than the box. Obviously this is a photo of red brick, so this is actually what red brick looks like, but I'm happy that they went for this more orangey red color because I feel like this sort of burnt orange color is more interesting and a better look for the shoe. And you can sort of compare the orangey red to just a standard red right there on the Jumpman on the tongue. So you get some sort of frame of reference on this shoe with that red Jumpman, so you know how red this is compared to like a standard red that Jordan Brand uses. But either way, I actually really like this sneaker. The material quality feels really nice, and it's definitely an interesting pair of shoes with some really cool hits that we'll get into later on in the review. So I guess with that being said, let's actually dive into the review. Nigel Sylvester is a professional BMX athlete who has collaborated with Jordan Brand for years at this point, dropping their first collaboration in 2018 with the release of the Air Jordan 1. The Jordan 1 collab was designed to look like an aged and scuffed pair inspired by the pairs that he wears when he rides. The pair was hot, and it immediately sold out. I was actually at the Kith release back in 2018 and got to meet Nigel himself, which was pretty cool. Since then, Nigel and Jordan Brand have continued their collaboration with the Bike Air Nike Airship and 2 colorways of last year's Air Jordan 4 RMs. I, like many others, love the RM collaboration from last year, mainly because it seemed like such a natural fit. The RM was specifically designed for BMX and skateboarding, so Nigel collaborating on the first colorway of the silhouette made so much sense. But now in 2025, Nigel and Jordan Brand are set to drop their biggest collab yet, the Nigel Air Jordan 4 Brick by Brick. This Jordan 4 colorway is inspired by New York City's red bricks, symbolizing not only where Nigel got his start, but also as a tribute to the city. The The name Brick by Brick is also a metaphor for the countless hours that Nigel has poured into his craft and the steady, careful progress that he's made over the years. But hey, just in case you're interested in grabbing a pair, or maybe even just checking the resale price, I've made sure to tag them through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen and also through affiliate links in the description below. Unfortunately though, this release is already off to a rocky start, and I'm not just talking about the resale price, which yes, is crazy. A few weeks ago, almost 2,000 pairs were stolen off a train in Arizona. Now, not all of the pairs stolen were Nigel's, but according to the Los Angeles Times, many were. As of right now, 11 people have already been arrested in connection to the heist, and presumably many of the pairs were recovered. That said, I'm sure I'm gonna get like 50 comments in the comment section down below saying, that's a heist pair that you have. But no, I don't believe it is. Still though, pairs getting stolen not only sucks for Nike, but it also sucks for people who wanna buy pairs on release day because those pairs are already gone. I guess it's kind of like backdooring, but it's illegal. Technically two different things, to be fair. But hey, at this point, let's throw this pair on feet and see how they fit. I kind of wish my new drone was in, because then I could get some cool drone shots of these shoes from like above. Unfortunately, it's not in yet, but stay tuned for the review on my tech channel, which by the way is linked in the description below. I don't know if you guys knew I had a tech channel, but it's linked right there. Check it out if you haven't yet. All right, so I've got another pair of shoes to show you. These are the Brick by Brick Nigel Air Jordan 4s, a collaboration dropping March 14th. My daughter seems to like them. The whole family's out here today. It's gonna be great. What would you give these out of 10?
Maybe like a 6 or a 7.
A 6 or a 7? Wow, okay. You've been really hitting the 6s and the 7s recently. Very middle of the road.
What would you rate them?
Yeah, probably 6 or 7.
Oh.
No, I give them like an 8. Let me throw these guys on feet. Now, unfortunately, as you guys saw, these are a size 8.5 because that's the only size I can get. But like most sneakerheads, I have pairs all around my size. I have 9s, I have 9.5s, I have 10s, I have 8.5s, so I've got everything. So I'm gonna compare these in my mind to other 8.5s and see how they fit. They do feel good. They look good too, actually. Yeah, they actually look sick. Also, we've got our graffiti socks dropping next week. This is the orange-brown colorway, which kind of matches pretty well with the these guys. You know, the whole New York, like, brick vibe. Yo, it's brick out, speaking of which. You know what that means?
Yes.
Ooh, on foot with these pants though. So sizing wise, as you'd expect, they do fit like most other pairs of Air Jordan 4s. I would say true to size. These 8.5s feel exactly like my other 8.5s. Jordan Brand and Nike have gotten so good with sizing that unless it's a new material or like a brand new silhouette, I'm generally fine going true to size in really any shoe that they drop. So that's what I recommend to you guys. My daughter agrees, obviously. So yeah, that's what I recommend for you guys. Grab these true to size, and I think you should be totally fine. All right, with that being said, back to the studio. But at this point, let's dive into the design, and kicking things off around the toe of the sneaker, the mudguard is made up of some sort of stiff synthetic material that has a brick-like texture. It's sort of a dual-purpose detail, one to protect the toe of the sneaker and the wearer, but also to mimic the look of brick, which is cool. On the lateral side and embroidered into the mudguard is the signature Nigel mini swoosh in white. You already know it's one of my favorite details on the entire shoe. I love mini Nike swooshes. I don't know why. Moving up from the mudguard to the toe, you've got this bright orangey red, or I guess brick-colored nubuck, which is buttery. I mean, seriously, it is just straight butter. You could butter bread with this butter. The really nice nubuck continues up the side of the shoe to the eye stay. And of course, weaving through the eyelets, both the regular eyelets and these TPU eyelets, you've got these flat red-orange laces. You also can switch them out for the white laces that match the midsole of the shoe, but I'm gonna be leaving them with the red laces because I just think it's nice. I don't know what it is. I just usually like the standard laces in sneakers. There's probably a reason why they put those laces in there because it's gonna be the most popular lace option. There are exceptions for me, but generally I just go with what's pre-started in the shoe. Then underneath the laces, you've got your classic Air Jordan 4 netting. However, one detail that differentiates this pair from other pairs of 4s is the reflective material underneath the netting. It's really hard to see unless you hit it with the right light, but it's a nice addition. I like it a lot. It actually makes a lot of sense too because this is designed to be worn for biking, and when you're riding out at night, you need some 3M hits to kind of give you some visibility. And actually in the studio lights, you can really catch that reflective material. I don't know if you guys can see that, but maybe not, I don't know. It's there. It's also a hit that I didn't even know about till I got the shoe in hand. At the top of the tongue, you've got more of that brick-colored nubuck with the red patch in the center. You've got your red Jumpman and your white flight text embroidered into it. And then on the back of the tongue, you've got your usual Jordan tag, except this time around it says Jordan Biking Code 2017. Little details like that really make a collab for me. I get that the shoe is bright, I get that it's out there, but for me, it's always the details. The rest of the sock liner comes in a matching red-orange, and then the insole also comes in a matching orangey red with Go printed on the heel in white. Again, when it comes to sizing, this shoe does fit true to size like every other pair of Air Jordan 4s, and that's what I recommend if you're grabbing a pair of these online and can't try them on. Continuing back on the shoe, you've got more of that super nice, super buttery nubuck. It feels amazing. And then on top of that, you've got this matching TPU wing detail. Of course, in the center of the midfoot, you've got more of that Air Jordan 4 netting, and then underneath that, you've got some more of that reflective 3M material. Now, unlike a standard pair of 4s, there's no perforated holes, there's no breathability around the netting area. Not that there really is in a standard pair of 4s, to be honest, but they're not even trying to pretend like there is any breathability on this shoe because it's all covered up with that 3M material. But realistically, no one's going to notice. It's not going to be a warmer shoe. The Air Jordan 4 is already a warm shoe as it is. It's not going to make much of a difference. Getting around to the back of the shoe, you've got that hit that makes hypebeasts go crazy, the Bike Air, or as I like to call it, the Bikey Air. Never actually said that out loud. Probably keep that to myself next time. The heel tab comes in matching orangey red, as you would expect, with the text in white. It's such a cool detail though, I love it. Maybe I'm hypebeast, but I seriously think that's such a cool detail. Actually, same thing with the Nike SB4s that I just reviewed. I love that they changed up the heel tab. I think that's such a cool detail to change. Moving down on the shoe, the midsole comes in a deep red with these sort of sail or cream accents that wrap around the heel. Of course, towards the back of the heel, you've got your classic visible air unit, which actually seems to have red matching pillars, which is a nice touch. And then moving towards the front of the shoe, you've got some of this really cool rubber from the outsole, which we'll talk about in a second, that actually wraps up onto the midfoot and also onto the toe of the sneaker. This outsole is actually pretty different than I expected. It's obviously red, but it's not just red, it's like a semi-translucent red, at least in the midfoot portion of the shoe, which gives it this very cool glow when you're walking around in the sun. Like, you really get this whole area kind of lighting up in a way that not a lot of shoes do, which I think is sick. In addition to that, you've got a more standard opaque red on the toe and on the heel of the shoe, and of course you've got some white hits on the forefoot and on the midfoot, rounded off by the Nike branding in the center of the midfoot. Now, I've got to be honest, I was not sure how I was going to feel about this shoe when I saw pictures online. I thought it was just a bright red pair of Air Jordan 4s, which we've had before. But there is something different about this pair. I don't know if it's just the materials or the orangey red color, but it feels more premium and honestly more special. Now, I don't think the shoe is going to be sneaker of the year for me personally, mainly because it's hard to put another sneaker on top of my favorite sneaker of all time, the Bred Air Jordan 1s, and the fact that they came back in their 85 cut, it's almost unbeatable. It's OP for me. There's nothing that's going to beat it. But that being said, for a lot of people, and I guess myself as well, it will be in the conversation. I mean, it's a brand new colorway with a solid story and excellent details, plus the hype around this pair is already off the charts, so don't expect this pair to be an easy cop whatsoever. Now, I have heard that it is supposed to be a Nike sneakers drop. I don't know if it's going to release exclusively on the sneakers app, or if it's also going to release in some tier 0 boutiques or skate shops. I don't know, but I do know it is dropping on the sneakers app, so stay tuned for that drop on March 14th. So make sure to interact with the app or do whatever you need to do to get the app to like you, because it is dropping on the 14th. But the real question is, are you going after a pair on drop deck? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.